Hey everyone, it's Ashley, your pet content creator coach. I am super pumped for this episode because in this series, what we're going to do is I'm going to go into your social channels and help you better improve your video content. So in this first episode, what I'm going to do is essentially go through my own timeline feed. A lot of the followers on Petfluencer Seekers on Instagram are from here on YouTube. So what I encourage you to do, go in the comment section of this video right now, put in your social handle so that I can go to your channel and help you in the next episodes of the series. So let's go ahead and open up Instagram. And what we're going to do together is literally watch some videos and talk about the things that could be improved or the things that are done really well. So let's go ahead and go in. All right, so I opened up Instagram here and we're gonna go straight into the first videos that pop up, and let's just watch this together and, talk about the things that could be improved.
Don't you want me like I want you, babe? Don't you want me like I want you, babe?
Okay, so I personally don't know this specific creator, but I want to talk to you about a few things that immediately come to mind. So with a lot of very small creators, what I see is this type of content of saying, please follow us, please follow me, let's make connections and stuff like that. A big issue with this style of content, it is definitely not shareable and it's not going to make you look like a professional. So brands really want to see content that is engaging, that is viral, that is fun, that is really within like a really unique style. And this type of content, brands aren't going to look at this and say, I want to work with that creator. So as you notice, there's a lot of likes and comments because a lot of small creators are all within this like little group niche. But unfortunately, again, if we're talking long-term growth, if we're talking working with big brands and making big money, this style of content just flat out doesn't work. It's okay for, again, building a little bit of engagement as a new creator. But in the long term, it's just not super worth it because if you see, there are 4 shares and those are likely just a few of the people who want to share it to get a share back or something like that. 4 count to 609 likes is a really bad ratio when it comes to virality. So this is something that I see many small creators do, and I really do encourage you not do this. Maybe at the beginning as you're starting out, but unfortunately you're just going to be amongst many other small creators who are all kind of within this bubble of trying to help each other out, but it's not really great for long-term growth. So let's go ahead and keep going. So I love Agnes the Tuxedo, so it's fun that she shows up here. This is not a video, but as you see, there are a whole bunch of, right now I'm filming this around Valentine's Day, and there's a lot of Valentine's themed posts. I love this type of static post engagement. It's cute, it's fun, it works really well. So this is a great idea for Instagram. So good job, Agnes. Okay, so let's talk about first thoughts of this. Let's look at the Instagram caption. Okay, so this video right here, it's okay. It's not perfect by any means, but it's okay. First things that I love, the on-screen caption is black and white. Unless you have a specific branding color, black and white is the way to go. It is big enough, but not too big that it goes way beyond the screen for a lot of different screen sizes. The engagement is really good. If you see here, it's 149 likes to 19 shares, 30 comments, which for this small creator, let's check out. Yeah, for 1,600 followers, this is actually pretty darn good. So I like that so far. Now, what I don't like is the hashtag choices. Instagram this past year has said that hashtags really just aren't important anymore. Right now, they're saying 3 or less or none because they're saying their algorithm is robust enough and smart enough to essentially know what on earth that your video is about. So the description is important to make sure your keywords are there, but at the same time, just know that this hashtag real love 2025, hashtag quirky cats, hashtag even cats and bats, how many people are actually typing that into Instagram? I doubt many at all. So I would consider probably just hashtag cats or hashtag cute cats, even though I know those are really broad terms. Honestly, with the idea that hashtags aren't important, I would say that it's really not important, not necessarily best choice right now to use hashtags like that. I will say another important thing, just looking at the description here, utilizing action words like comment, link, follow, those are actually not good to be using anymore. Instagram has said that they really don't want you to be putting link in bio, like the words link in bio. Comments, okay, but instead what you can say is, let's see, you can say, do you relate? Let us know. And with a down pointing, emoji that kind of means down in the comments. People just intuitively know that now. So those are just a few things to potentially help this video. What I will say for the beginning of this video, if you like having company all the time, it is a little bit of a hook, but that could potentially be strengthened just a hair more. Let's go ahead and actually look into what the stats on that video actually were. If I can find it, that is. Goodness gracious. Okay. So it looks like that video performed amongst the highest tier that this creator typically gets, which is good. What I'm seeing is that this creator has very consistent on-screen text and font, which is very important. Also, starting out a lot of videos with up-close shots of the cat, which is also something that works very well in the pet niche. So this is a good one. So let's keep going. Okay, I had to include this. It showed up on my timeline, so I figured we'd include this one. So this video actually did a little bit better than the usual on this channel. We've got 35 shares, 1,200 likes, and 30 comments. So that's pretty good engagement. Remember, with engagement, you want to have shares and comments. Likes don't matter. Don't care about how many likes you get, you guys. Seriously, what matters is that you are encouraging people to share your content and to engage and to comment on your content. So on this one, as you can tell, this is actually my own personal channel, but it just showed up on the timeline of my Petfluencer Secrets Instagram, so I'm using it. With this one, it is of a style that Instagram really likes. They like it to be short. So this is approximately, if I remember, about 8 or 9 seconds. There's just one on-screen text that fills up most of the text, but there's movement. We need movement, especially at the beginning of the video. I intentionally made this one where it kind of makes you think, what on earth is going on at the beginning of this video? It's the back of a cat with no tail. It's kind of confusing. And then I intentionally made the on-screen text kind of funny and not just bland and boring. So this one you can tell as well, there are no hashtags going on this video. So there was a lot of intentionality put into this very simple video, and it did pretty darn well. So again, let's go ahead and continue and find some more videos. Okay, so I feel bad. Another one of my own personal videos showed up on my timeline feed, but we'll go ahead and watch it and talk about it. What, again, I encourage you to do is go in the comments down below so that you can put your own handle. And in the next episodes, I will go ahead and go into your channel and watch your latest video and give you real feedback. But with this one, this is again on one of my other channels. As a reminder, I am a full-time pet content creator. And yes, through this channel, I'm a coach for pet content creators, but I make full-time income doing this. And so I do have actually multiple channels. So this is the second one of mine. Now, the engagement isn't too great. We've only got 5 comments. There are 15 shares, so that's always really great. The more shares you have, the better. Likes are all right, but again, that doesn't really matter. With this one, I didn't use hashtags again, but as you can tell, I tried to be a little bit funny. It's a lot of people just love seeing cats and baby swings. It's funny. What you will notice again here in this video is there's movement at first. We always like movement, whether that is clips really quick or some panning of the screen or quick zoom in. Movement at first is important because you know what's insane? They used to say that the first 6 seconds of a video is important for you to capture the audience. That is definitely no longer the thing. Then they said the first 3 seconds is very important to capture the audience or the video audience. That is actually no longer. Now I am seeing people say that the first second of the video needs to capture the audience. And that is insanely hard for you guys who aren't used to that, who don't know how to do that. But again, a simple way is to pan, to zoom in, to go from clip, to go from, I know, but if you're brand new and your videos aren't doing too good, this is an insane tip that really can help you out. Let's go ahead and go look at one more video and just see what we can critique about it.
I love you. Oh my gosh, I just remembered something. I love you. Oh my gosh, I just remembered something.
Okay, so Honshu, I really love Honshu's account because Honshu tries really hard and has gotten some little brand deals. It's really fun to watch Honshu's growth. So I would say engagement looks very on par for this small creator. 12 shares, 16 comments, and 169 likes on this video. I would say hashtags can definitely be changed. So hashtag explore page, that just doesn't work anymore. I would take that off. I would even take hashtag insta-like. I would take off hashtag cat memes, hashtag I love you. Those things I would just take off because again, the way that Instagram is utilizing hashtags in the past few months has completely changed. They have told us that it has changed. And also Instagram's always ambiguous. They're always really sus about the way that they make their changes and about what they tell us about those changes. But again, hashtags, I would either just limit it to under 3 or none at all. What I will say is I typically am not a big fan of things that are like pop-up emojis, pop-up stickers and stuff. I think this was actually done pretty well. I've seen many creators who utilize it very poorly and it looks just cluttery and very novice-like. I think this is perfectly fine. I love the movement at first. That is excellent because again, once you start watching the video, there is movement of that cat coming. There's movement of the text and there's movement of that on screen. I love you. I think this is really great for this specific creator. Let's go ahead and just check to see how this video did. So now what I will say is it looks like this creator has a history of some excellently performing videos. We've got 5.2 million, 1.7 million, 214,000, 24,000, 12,000. Okay, just from tapping onto the Reels tab. I love that this creator has tagged their best videos because if a brand is looking at your profile, you want them to find your stuff. I will tell you after talking to many social media managers and people who are looking for brand collaborations from creators, they are not going to scroll through your content. They are not going to scroll through probably more than 5 of your Reels to get the vibe and professionalism of your content. So if you made a reel that got 2 million views 3 months ago, they will not find it unless it is put on like pinned. They're not going to find it. So this reel didn't really do their best, but considering the fact that it looks like scrolling through that this creator is really consistent with their on-screen text format, the black outline, the white text itself, I think this creator is doing very well and has huge potential for growth. So this is definitely one of those creators to be watching out for, even though this creator only has about 8,000 followers. With their history of viral content, I think the most important thing is trying to replicate the old content that did very well. So hopefully you enjoyed just a little bit of this commentary of looking at videos live with me so that you can better understand some things that I look for as a pet influencer coach. I work with hundreds of pet influencers through our online course program, Petfluencer Secrets Foundations, and through one-on-one coaching through people who find me through this channel here on YouTube. So what I encourage you to do is go in the description because you can get a free ebook and mini course that will help you get started as a pet influencer and give you a few of the best tips that I have. And then also make sure that in the comments of this video that you put your username or handle so that I can look at your content on the next video. We'll see you next time.